Welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Loyola basketball. Excuse me. As we have game 2 of our doubleheader between Loyola and Troy, the Breakers and the Lady Trojans. Starting out with our starting lineups for the Lady Trojans. A 5'9" senior, number 11, Allie Coldwell. Number 15 is a 5'4" senior, Caitlin Downey. Number 3 is a 5'2" junior in Annie Day. Number 23 is a 5'9" sophomore, Caitlin Talmadge. And rounding it out, number 24, a 5'10" sophomore, Montana Rice. Now for the Heartbreakers of Loyola, number 2, a 5'11" sophomore, Sam Clevenger. Number 11, a 5'6", as they turn the lights off on me here. That's okay, we adapt. A 5'6" sophomore, number 11, Sydney Kopang. Number 14, a 5'9" senior, Tessa Burke. Number 22, a 5'10" senior, Kenna Gunther. And getting her seat back on the starting lineup, number 23, a 5'9" senior, Kylie Esch. That is your starting lineups for our game tonight between the Trojans and the Heartbreakers of Loyola. They've got the lights turned out here at the Trojan Athletic Center in Troy as they introduce their Troy Trojans, Lady Trojans. It's really cool that they are doing this, kind of mixing it up and getting everybody excited and fired up for the game in a very unique way, and I think it's really cool that they are doing such a thing. So we are set to go. Here come the lights back on. The Lady Trojans are at half court. They are circled up, cheering, and fired up and ready to go. Kenna Gunther comes to the side over here and puts her arms in the air, and all of the Breaker fans stand up. We'll have Tessa Burke jump for the Breakers. Get rid of that hum for us. And Rice versus Burke to jump. The official at half court. Here's the whistle. The ball is in the air, and Burke will tip it back to Kopang. The Breakers will go right to left on your screen. Coming to the near side to Burke. Cross court in the hands of Esch. Esch dribbles. She's open for the 3. She says, why not? Drop it. Can't get it to go. Fights for her own rebound. We get a whistle, jump ball, and it'll go to the Trojans. Kylie Esch not afraid to hit that long one. If you leave her open, she'll take it. Ball on the far side. Brought up court now. And in the hands, on the near side, of Day. Day has Burke on her. Gunther will poke it. She'll try to save it, but out of bounds and not able to hold on to it. Trojans will inbound. Near side in the corner. They'll come high to the top and go in the hands of Coldwell. Shooting it, no good. Bringing it down is Kopang. She'll push very quickly right to left. And the pass to underneath is poked away, but Clevenger will control. Clevenger on the near far baseline. She'll poke it in. Gunther gets it out to Kopang. Kopang will drive in. Picks up the double team, so she'll shoot the jumper off the glass and it'll go in. And we've got our first points of the game. Sid Kopang for 2. To the near side. Breakers on Friday night went to Mission and suffocated the Lady Bulldogs. Here's a 3-point shot from the corner. High over the back. Montana Rice will come down with a rebound. Can't get it to go. Downey's 3 too long. Now Burke will go coast to coast. Kiss off the glass, and Tessa Burke will put 2 in. 4-0 Breakers. 6:41 left in the first quarter. They'll get into their press once again. Dribbling behind her back is Caldwell. And the ball's taken away by Clevenger. She'll hand it off to Kopang in front of the Breaker bench on the far side. I'm perched up across court from the Trojan bench. Kopang gets the cross-court pass, three-point shot off the back of the rim, no good. Gunther skies for it, but Coldwell will come down for it. Ball brought up court. Coldwell will shoot the three, and she'll drop it. Allie Coldwell with the long bomb makes it 4-3 with 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Kopang, right to left, crosses half court on the bubble, dribbles into the far side, into the Troy bench, finds Esch. Esch will bounce it in to Clevenger. She'll pick up the double team, so Tessa Burke's open on the top. They'll drop it. Tessa Burke from long distance. She says, you know what, I can hit the 3 too. And it's 7-3 Breakers. Press once again by the Breakers. Coldwell with it on the near side. She'll give it off to Rice. Rice comes to the near corner. Shooting on the baseline and dropping it is Talmadge for 2. And it's 7-5 Breakers. 5:30 left in the first quarter. Ball brought up court by Kopang. She crosses half court with 5:25. Goes to Esch in front of the Trojan bench. Now to Clevenger. She'll shoot the 3 from the far corner. Can't get it to go. Rice with the rebound. Rice will turn, gives it off to Talmadge. Talmadge brings it up court, near side. In the hands of Caldwell. She'll dribble. 5-10, bounce pass between the legs of Esch. Shooting it on the baseline once again is Talmadge. She's got 4 on the quarter, and we're tied at 7 with 5 minutes left in the first. Kopang brings it up court. Goes far side to Esch. Esch into Clevenger on the far corner. Cross court. Burke is underneath the basket, and they're going to say she traveled. She jumped before she had the ball secured in her hands. You know, we talk about it with football all the time. You want to watch the ball into your hands before you decide to go upfield. And that's exactly what she did. Kelsey Esch comes in, and Gunther will have a seat. So we've got the Esch sisters, Kopang, Burke, and Clevenger in. Coldwell gets it out, far side, in the hands of Downey. Downey goes to Coldwell on the far side. Cross court underneath, can't handle it. Almost taking out Charles Burns on the sideline as he walked behind the basket. Both him and Lincoln have startled looks on their faces. That pass came whipping in underneath the basket. Burns, he is shocked to say the least. 4:25 left in the first quarter. Tied at 7. Kopang has it. She'll come cross court near side to Esch. Esch will drive in the near baseline. It's poked at by Coldwell. Esch will have it ripped out of her hands by Downey, and Coldwell will bring it up court. She dribbles between her legs at Kelsey Esch, and they'll throw it, and Coach Walker of the Breakers will receive the pass. Kylie will inbound to Sid. Kopang will bring it up with 4:05. Crosses half court with 4:03 now. Comes to Burke on the near side. Burke's going to say, I can hit the 3 again, but it won't go. Poked at. Coldwell will come up with it. Burke tries to poke it away. Kelsey Esch is there. Crossing over is Coldwell. She'll throw it high at the glass. Draws the foul, and she'll go to the line. So Allie Coldwell will go to the line to shoot 2. First one, she'll spin the ball, and now it's in the air. Drops it. Official says 1. Bounces it back to Coldwell. Sets her right foot at the line. Dribbles. Spins it. And now the shot. That one will slip in. And the Lady Trojans have their first lead, 9-7 with 3:50 left in the first quarter. Burke will go to Kopang on the far side. Kopang picks up the double. Now back out to Kopang. Kopang with the 3, and Sid says, it's my birthday, a day after my birthday. I can hit those. And she'll make it 10-9. 3:30 left. Ball fed underneath. Spinning and blocking it is Kylie Esch, and it'll go back to the Breakers. Ball brought up court by Kopang. She'll come to Kelsey Esch on the near side. Kelsey will dribble out. Cross court now. Kopang, high pass in front of the Trojan bench. Now dribbles out. She stands in front of the scorer's table. Now it goes to Burke. Burke in front of the bench, and Burke almost has it taken away. Cross court and fighting for it, coming down, and we should have a travel, but they're going to say jump ball. Sid Kopang very tough as she drug number 23, not AJ Fair, that would be Caitlin Talmadge across the floor. Breakers have the ball on the jump. 3:05 left in the first quarter. 10-9 is the score. Tessa Burke will shoot from the free throw line. Shot no good. Kylie fights for it, but it comes up in the hands of Day. Day comes near side to Coldwell. Coldwell crosses over as she goes half court. The pass to Rice is taken away by Clevenger. Clevenger will drive in. Only got to beat Coldwell. She'll kiss it off the glass, no good. High rebound, and bringing it down is Dolan. Dolan gets it up court to Coldwell. Coldwell will pick up the double team between Breakers to the top now, and in the hands of Day. Day will find Rice in the far corner. Now back to Day. She'll set her feet. Three-pointer off the glass, no good. Fighting for it underneath the basket, shot no good. And coming down in the hands of Kelsey Esch. The Breakers will push. The numbers in favor of Troy, so Kelsey will wait. Clevenger shoots it from the free throw line. It's airballed and out of bounds. They say stays with the Breakers. I think somebody got a piece of it. Gunther will come in, and that will put Kylie Esch on the bench. So Kopang, Burke, Clevenger, Gunther, and Kelsey Esch on the court for the Breakers. 2:13 left in the first quarter. 10-9 Breakers. Clevenger will catch and shoot the inbound, and she'll drop the jumper. She's got two. Makes it 12-9, 2:05. Coldwell will bring it up court, left to right. Gives off the pass far side, pivoting and to the top. Now in the hands of Coldwell. Tessa Burke will come up, and she'll draw the foul. She'll commit the foul, trying to go through the body to get to the ball. And they're going to say that one was on Kelsey Esch and not on Burke. Now they put it up there for Burke. Okay. Ball in the hands on the far side of Downey. She'll come to the top to Day. Day will dribble across, and we get a whistle. We're going to have offensive foul. This one's going to go against Dolan for a moving screen. 1:40 left in the quarter. 9-12 Breakers. Burke crosses half court on the bubble. Met at the top, comes to Kelsey. Kelsey will shoot the jumper, and she'll drop it. The Esch sisters, quite a force on the court. 14-9 Breakers. 1:25 left in the first quarter. In control is Day. She'll give the bounce pass to Coldwell on the far near baseline. Picks up the double team. Now Coldwell will pivot around, high to the top, in the hands of Downey. Downey will knock down the three. Caitlin Downey, 1 for 2 from long distance, and she'll make it a 14-12 game. Breakers with 64 seconds left. In the hands of Kelsey Esch. She'll pick up her dribble. Clevenger at the free throw line. She'll pivot, runs into a wall, and we're going to say this one's on the floor, but it will draw the foul regardless. That's two apiece. And picking up her second is Dolan. And Rice will come in. Dolan will have a seat. Tessa Burke will have a seat. That'll bring Kylie back in, and shooting the three out of the corner is Clevenger. Makes it 17-12. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Kopang is all over Coldwell. Going to the far corner. Now back to Coldwell. She's free to bench. Stops. Pops the three-pointer. No good. Off of Gunther's knees. Gunther controls and gets it out to Kelsey Esch. Kelsey will give it off to Kopang. Kopang to Clevenger. Clevenger has it taken away by Downey, and controlling is Coldwell. She'll put an arm up to keep Kelsey Esch from getting a hand on it. Now, Downey, three-pointer. She rolls it off, no good, but Rice is there for the rebound. Blocked by Clevenger. Pushed up court by Kopang. Trojans have numbers. Kopang says, I don't care. She'll throw it at the basket and draw the foul. They say on the floor. And inbound, Clevenger will shoot the three from the near corner. Bounces off. Kopang will track it down. 3 seconds. Shot from the free throw line. Rim no good. Skying for it, and that will end the quarter. The Breakers 17, the Lady Trojans 12. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Troy, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we have coverage of Loyola basketball. The Rams get the win in the first game. Now the Breakers, start of the second quarter, lead the Lady Trojans 17-12. Trojans will have the ball thrown into Caldwell. She'll kind of half give it off to Rice. Going to the floor is Rice and Clevenger. Caldwell will control, shoots a three, no good, and Burke will come down with a rebound. Burke will push up very quickly, throws it to the far side. Kopang sets her feet, three-pointer off the rim, no good. This one is rebounded by the Trojans. They'll take their time. Caldwell, she'll cross half court on the far side, dribbles to the top in the middle. Goes far side in the hands of Downey. Downey thought about the three. Now she'll pick up her dribble. Bounce pass to the top to Day. Day will dribble. Now feeds it in over the head of her intended receiver. And now Kopang will push. Kopang dribbles off the foot. Now to Gunther, high off the glass, no good. And this one will be rebounded by Talmadge. Caldwell with the outlet. She'll cross half court on the near side. 17-12. Caldwell dribbles behind her back as she gets picked up by Kopang. Gunther pokes at the pass, out of bounds, and it will stay with the Trojans. They'll inbound down the line in front of their fans on the near side. With the change here, we've got Laney Denning coming in and Clevenger having a seat. So we've got Denning, Gunther, Kopang, Burke, and Kylie Esch. Caldwell stands on the bubble at half court, comes to the near side in the hands of Day. Day will mishandle her dribble, poked away by Denning, out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Trojans. Here comes Kelsey Esch. And Kopang will have a seat for Kelsey. 17-12 Breakers, 6:49 left in the first quarter. Trojans will inbound in the near corner. They'll come out, poked away, and Kylie Esch will come up with it. Gives it off to Kelsey. Kelsey will dribble from the far side to the near side. Now into Burke. She'll dribble in, puts it up at the hoop. No good. Fighting for it is Denning, out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Breakers. Laney Denning fighting for it here. And coming in for Troy now is Grace Dolan. Kelsey goes high to the top to Kylie. Swings it to Gunther on the far side in front of the Trojan bench. She'll dribble in between her legs. Now out to Kylie. She'll shoot the three. This one's short off the rim. She'll get her own rebound. Drives in, throws it at the hoop. And Dolan will come down with a rebound. Dolan gives it off to Downey. Crosses half court. Now to Day. Day will dribble at the top. 6:15 left in the half. Now on the far side. Caldwell drives the baseline. Jumper off the back of the rim. Rice is there for the rebound. She'll turn. No good. Denning will come down with it. We get a whistle, and this should be against Rice. It is. So Rice will pick up her first. Nope, they say that is Rice's second, so I am behind here. 4 for the Trojans, 2 for the Breakers. Kelsey comes near side to Kylie. Kylie will shoot the jumper from 3. No good. Kelsey with the rebound, and she'll be fouled. And the Trojans say we want a timeout, so we'll step aside for 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to the Troy Athletic Center. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we have coverage of Loyola basketball. The ladies are on the court. The Breakers taking on the Lady Trojans, and Loyola leads 17-12. Out of the timeout, the inbound pass will go to Tessa Burke. The Breakers going right to left on your screen. Shooting it is Burke. She'll go to the line, but the shot won't go in. This one will be drawn on Caldwell. Tessa Burke to the charity stripe for 2. Official says 1, bounces it to Burke. She takes a deep breath and dribbles. First shot goes in. And Rice will have a seat, and that'll bring Talmadge back in for the Trojans. Burke takes a deep breath, spins the ball in her hands, dribbles, and now the shot. That one rims off, no good. Rebound, and brought up court by She'll go left to right, crosses half court with 5:40 left in the game. 18-12 Breakers. Coldwell picks up her dribble, feeds it in. Gunther swipes at it, blocked from behind by Kylie Ash. Shot no good. A rebound. Running into Gunther, but throwing it up at the hoop, no good. Denning's fighting for it. We've got bodies on the floor on the far side, fighting for it. And finally the whistle for the jump ball. Possession arrow favoring the Breakers. That was a long fight on the floor before they whistled. Clevenger will come in. Gunther will have a seat. So we'll have the Esch sisters, Burke, Clevenger, and Denning on the court for the Breakers. Kelsey Esch crosses half court with 5:20 left in the half. She'll dribble around, goes to Kylie on the far side, gets a screen, hands it off to Kelsey. Kelsey will shoot the jumper on the baseline, no good, and Coldwell will come down with a rebound. Coldwell will push. Breakers have numbers. Kylie chases her down, then backs off. 5:05 left in the half. Now in the hands of Day. Day at the far side. Burke will poke at it and gets it away, and Burke with nobody to beat. The kiss off the glass. Burke will get the 2 points, and we've got a 20-12 lead here with 4:50 left in the second quarter. Day with it. She'll dribble into the near side, feeds it in. Coldwell with a double team, and we get a whistle. And this one's going to go against a Breaker, I believe. Yep, this is on Kelsey. And Kelsey has 2 now. 3 for the Breakers, 6 for the Trojans. Inbound, Coldwell. She'll hand it off to Downey. Now back to Coldwell on the near side. Fed in underneath, poked at by Clevenger. Pivoting, shot high off the glass, no good. Fighting for it is Kelsey, pushed away. And this one will go against the Lady Trojans. 4:30 left in the half. 12-20 Breakers. Tessa Burke will take her time. Crosses half court on the bubble. Coldwell will come out to meet her. Clevenger will get at the free throw line. Coldwell pokes at it, and they're going to say Clevenger traveled. And Trojans get it back. Coach Walker says, I want a timeout, so we'll step aside for 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Troy, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we've got coverage of Loyola basketball. The Rams got the first game. They would take down the Trojans in astonishing fashion, 98-33. Most of the bench players getting quality time in the second half. The Rams and Breakers will have Valley Christian on Tuesday. Next Saturday they will go to Eureka, and the Missoula Prep Sports Network will be there. Coming out of the timeout, it's Trojans ball. Coldwell will get the inbound with 4:15 left. She'll crosses half court and stands in the bubble at half court. 20-12 is the score. Breakers. Good screen by Downey, but Tessa Burke gets through it. Now Coldwell has it poked away, and it's in the hands of Tessa Burke. She'll drive up. Downey from behind can't get to her, and Tessa Burke has 4 points in the quarter to make it 22-12. 3:55 left in the half. Coldwell in front of the Breaker bench, passes it cross court, out of bounds, and they'll go back to the Breakers. Burke will bring it up right to left, crosses half court with 3:40 left. Fed into Clevenger, she'll pivot right, left. Now the kiss off the glass, no good, gets her own rebound, throws it back of the hoop and powers it in. Sam Clevenger will not be denied, makes it 24-12. 3:30 left in the half. Coldwell crosses half court on the bubble. Kelsey Ash meets her. Coldwell will give it off to Downey on the far side in front of the Breaker bench. Now dribbles up, picks up her dribble, wants to give it off to Day, but she'll go to Coldwell instead. Kelsey Ash is right there. Downey with the screen, but she doesn't use it. Driving in and drawing the foul, it should be Downey. Coldwell will go to the line to shoot 2 regardless. We wait for the official. Nope, they're going to say this is on Clevenger. And Coldwell will go to the line. She'll take a deep breath, spins the ball in her hands. First one is in the air, off the back of the rim, front of the rim, and it falls in. Kopang will have us come in, as well as Violet Whitegrass. Kopang and Kelsey Esch having a seat. Here's Coldwell's second shot. It's in the air. That one slips through the net. She's perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line to make it 24-14 with 3:08 left in the half. Kopang goes to Clevenger on the near side, dribbles down the baseline, cross court to Burke. She's got to control it before it crosses half court. Burke now to Kopang at the top, her heels at the bubble. Far side to Whitegrass. Whitegrass, cross court. Burke sets her feet, doesn't take the three as the double team crashes. Has to control it. Kopang can't control the pass. Out of bounds. It'll be Trojan ball with 2:49 left in the half. Breakers are going to go into the press. Burke with the steal on the inbound pass and the kiss off the glass to get the points. She's got 6 on the quarter to make it 26. Almost got the second inbound. Kopang streaking up behind Coldwell. She throws it at the basket into the hands of Downing. Up the court now in the hands of Burke. She'll go cross court, poked away and controlling it, and Kopang will poke it out of bounds, and it will be Trojan ball. These Breakers have a ton of fight. They are going to be fun to watch as we close out this season. 2:29 left, and Kopang will tie up with Coldwell and draw the foul. That'll be Kopang's first. Trojans will inbound in the near corner right in front of me here. 2:28 left in the half. 26-14 or Breakers. Downey trying to go high. Whitegrass will get the steal, pokes it around, and finally comes up with it. She'll go to Clevenger on the far side. Clevenger back out to the top to Whitegrass, now to Burke. She sets her feet, drops the three. It won't go, and it's rebounded by Downey. Downey will push it up court, crosses half court, waits. Tessa Burke is right there. She'll dribble up the far side. 2:10, fed into Coldwell. Far baseline, she'll use a shoulder against Kopang and draw the foul, the offensive foul. And that'll be 2 on Coldwell. 26-14, Breakers. 2 minutes left in the half. Kopang looks to the bench to get the call. Coach Walker vocally brings it in. Now Whitegrass in front of the Trojan bench. Back to Whitegrass at the top as she swung it to Clevenger. Burke underneath the basket. Clevenger all by herself, and she'll have it poked away out of bounds. And they say this one's going to go to Troy. Breakers jump right back into a press. 1:48 left in the half. Clevenger will have a seat. That'll bring Gunther in. Downey trying to inbound it to Coldwell. She'll get it. Kopang there like a fly, buzzing in her face. Crosses half court in the bubble. Kopang still there. Lots of hands. Swings it far side. Talmadge, she's going to drive the near baseline, and Kylie Esch will take it away. Now Burke will push it, far side, Kopang, jumper on the baseline, over the hoop, Gunther with the rebound, Whitegrass with it now, cross court, Kopang sets her feet, three-pointer, this one will rattle in, Sid Kopang from long distance, and it's 29-14 with 1:17 left, and the Trojan coach says, let's stop and talk about it, so we'll step aside for 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Troy, Montana, the Troy Athletic Center, Activity Center. Nice little facility that they have here. They got a climbing wall in here. They've got a pretty cool little stage upstairs where they have some archery going on. When I came in earlier today, they have a little spot where they wanted me to set up, but it wasn't visually, I couldn't see the whole court, so I set up in the stands. I'm okay with that. I like sitting in with our fans up here and having them sit in, as long as they are good with their language up here. But we'll come out of the timeout here with 1:16 left in the half. Breakers lead 29-14 over the Lady Trojans. Downey will inbound. They try to get it to Coldwell, and they will. Kopang is just right on Coldwell, not giving her any relief. Coldwell will dribble into the far side, shoots the jumper, and she'll nail it. Those are Coldwell's first points in the paint. Makes it 29-16. 60 seconds left. Gunther gets it, gives it to Whitegrass. She'll shoot it high off the glass. Coldwell brings it down. Kelsey Ash is there to take it out of Coldwell's hands. Goes to Kopang at the top. Breakers will reset. Kelsey on the far side. She'll dribble. Now goes to Kopang at the top, who stands in the half bubble. 44 seconds left. Burke now on the near side. Burke back out to Kopang. Kopang holds it in her right arm. Now back to Burke on the near side. 35 seconds left. Burke goes to Kopang at the top. She'll dribble, swings it to Kelsey Ash on the far side. Now back to Burke on the near corner. 27 seconds. Gunther to Kelsey Ash on the far side. Now to Kopang at the top. Kopang to Burke. 20 seconds. Now back to Kopang to Kelsey Ash. Kopang at the top. She'll hold it in her right arm. Now back to Kelsey. 12 seconds left. Now to Kopang. She'll set her feet, jumps on the three, and rims off no good. Rebounded by Downey. Taken away by Kelsey Ash on the pass to Coldwell, and Kelsey Ash will get 2 points as the buzzer sounds. The Breakers 31. The Lady Trojans 16. We'll step aside for 3 minutes. We come back, we'll have your halftime right after this 3-minute timeout on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Troy, Montana. Chris Stratton in the Troy Activity Center. Beautiful drive up here today. I love Montana. It's my favorite place to be. I've been all over the United States, and my favorite place is Montana. There's no place like home, but there's just something special about Montana. I mean, you get deep into those valleys coming up, that Highway 202, and just being in there, no cell service. You're just alone with your thoughts. It's pretty cool. I like it. I love that part of it. Well, folks, we've got a good one here. The boys, they got the win in the first game, blowing out the Trojans 98 to 33. It would be 17 to 52 at the half. The clock began to ran at little over 3 minutes left in the first half due to the 40 point rule differential. And, leading things here for the Rams, it would be Joe McElroy. He would have 16 points, 17 points, I should say, with the free throw that he made, leading everything. And Joe Mack is such a force. David Kopang having a lot on the assist side and just doing a lot. There's, everybody looks at the numbers of points, but there's so much more that an athlete can do on the court besides just drop points. We've got the girls at halftime right now, and the Breakers lead 31 to 16 at the half. We'll step aside for 3 minutes. We come back, we will get you your halftime stats right after this 3-minute timeout on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Troy, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are at halftime. The Breakers, the Heartbreakers of Loyola, ahead of the Lady Trojans of Troy, 31 to 16 here at the half. The Breakers led 17 to 12 at the end of the first quarter. The Trojans, their leading scorer would be Allie Coldwell. She's got 6 points, 4 of those coming from the free throw line. Right behind her would be Caitlin Talmadge. She's got 4 in the paint. The Trojans, they would shoot 100% from the free throw line. Coldwell, the only one to go there, 4 for 4. And they would shoot 14% from long distance at the three-point line. For the Breakers, their scoring leader, no surprise here, Tessa Burke, doing it in all categories. She's got 8 in the paint, 1 from the free throw line, and is 1 for 3 from long distance to give her her 12 points. Right behind her, Sam Clevenger with 7, Sid Kopang with 8, and those are your scoring leaders. The Breakers, 50% from the free throw line, 1 for 2, that would be Tessa Burke, and shooting 23% from long distance. Join the Missoula Prep Sports Network next Saturday as we make our way to Eureka, Montana, as the Breakers and Rams will take on the Lions of Eureka. That'll be a good one next Saturday. We'll have audio stream of those games for you. This week, though, the Breakers and Rams, they'll take Valley Christian on Tuesday night. That'll be a good one. Get out and about if you're in the Missoula community, folks, on Tuesday night. Take a break and go cheer on these young sports heroes. They love it when you come in and cheer them on, regardless of how the game is going. It's so exciting for them. It's really exciting for me when I come and do these games, and it doesn't matter what school it is. When they see me come in, they know they're going to have coverage. Their fans back home are going to be able to hear their games, and they just love it. I have boys and girls both come up and ask, where are you going to be listening? Where can my parents listen? Where's the game going to be? And that's just really cool for them to know and them to be excited about it. Starting the third quarter, it will be Trojan ball. The Breakers are going to go ahead and jump right into their press. All starters back in for both sides. Downey to inbound at half court. She'll go high to Coldwell. Coldwell can't handle it, but Day will pick it up and dribble into the far side. Day right in front of the Trojan bench. Trojans going right to left, and Kylie Esch will steal it away, bounces around, and finally Gunther comes up with it. She'll get it out to Kylie. Day swings at it, but Kylie Esch will control. Left to right go the Breakers. Far side in the hands of Kopang. She'll dribble to the top, now swings it to Burke on the near side. 7:35 left in the third quarter, 31-16. Burke will cross over on Coldwell, then stops, pops, and it'll bounce off the back of the rim and go in. And Tessa Burke for the first one with points on the board in the second half to make it 33-16. Only 4 points scored by the Trojans in the second quarter. Tough screen. Burke gets around it, goes to the floor. In the hands of Coldwell. She'll drive the far side baseline, dribbles to the near side. Tessa Burke fights for it on the floor. We get a whistle. It'll be jump ball. Talmadge going hard to the floor. And the Breakers will have the jump ball inbound. Kopang crosses half court on the bubble. Day right in her face. She'll dribble into the far side in front of the Breaker bench. Now down the far baseline. Kiss off the glass. They're just going to let her have the lane. And she says, okay, I'll take it, and makes it 35-16. 6:47. Breakers go into press, but Day will break it on the far side. In the hands of Day. Kylie Esch is there. Goes to Coldwell. Kylie Esch and Kopang with the double team, and Coldwell draws the foul. And this one's going to go against Esch. It'll be Kylie's first. Inbound high to Rice. She can't handle it. Out of bounds. It'll be Breaker ball. And they'll inbound. The Breakers will inbound on the far side in front of the Trojan bench. Kopang with the hand signal on the play. Comes to the near side to Kylie. Kylie will dribble across the top. Now back to the near side. Finds Burke at the free throw line, streaking Coldwell. And they try to go to Gunther, but the pass just out of the reach of Gunther. And it'll be Trojan ball with 6:20 left in the third. 35-16 Breakers. Loyola's going to go ahead and install their press. Downey trying to get the inbound. She'll go to Coldwell right in front of her. Coldwell will push. She's got two. She'll have to pick up her dribble, and now Coldwell will travel. Coldwell is a force, a senior at 5'9". She has some great basketball talent. She's very intelligent on the ball, plus she's got some athleticism. The handoff to Kopang underneath the basket. Kiss off the glass, won't go, but she'll go to the free throw line. Kopang yet to make a trip there, so this will be her first. And the foul, waiting for it to pop up on the board. Kopang will shoot her first one. And off the back of the rim, no good. Looks like it's Talmadge who picked up the foul. Here's the second one by Kopang. That one will hold on the rim. Everybody will take a breath, blow it out, and it'll drop in. 36-16, Breakers, 6 minutes left. Downey tied up on the far end, poked out of bounds, and this one will go. The official says he couldn't see, so they'll say the official on this side, and he calls it Trojan ball in front of the Breaker bench on the far side. Downey to inbound, pressed by the Breakers once again. Gives it off to Day. Day will streak up the far sideline. Gunther breaks down. Kopang comes up from behind. Now Day picks up her dribble, the double team to Downey. She'll set her feet. Three-pointer from the top. Off the rim, no good. We get a whistle, and this one's going to go against the Trojans. And picking up her second one is Talmadge on the push under the basket. Kylie to inbound to Kopang. We've got Burke, Gunther, Clevenger, Kopang, and Kylie Esch on the court for the Breakers. 36-16. Kylie's going to drop the three in front of the bench, and she'll put it in. Kylie Esch from downtown. She's got her first points of the game as a tray, and she makes it 39-16. 5:30 left in the third. Inching closer to that clock run time for the Trojans. Underneath, Clevenger, double team by Gunther, tied up, and it is jump ball favoring the Breakers. Nice hustle by Gunther to come in over the top and she just basically held the ball to the floor and not allowing the Trojan to slip it out. Clevenger will block the inbound. She'll get it back. Gives it off to Tessa Burke. Burke will push very quickly, crosses half court with 5:10 left in the third. Kylie Esch shoots the three from the same spot, and she drops it again. Kylie Esch says, I found my groove. Give me the ball, girls. She'll make it 42-16 with 5 minutes left. The pass down court is errant, and the Trojan coach, Justin Young, wants a timeout, so we'll step aside as well. The Breakers lead 42-16. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Troy, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we've got coverage of Ram and Breaker basketball taking on the Trojans. A doubleheader was rescheduled from earlier in January when we had this game scheduled, and we had a little bit of weather that came into Montana. That never happens, but for safety reasons, the administrators decided to call everything off and make it safer at a different time of year. And, well, it was a gorgeous ride up here. I had some sunshine, I had some clouds, I had some rain. You know, when I got to Thompson Falls, it was 44 degrees. Just gorgeous. 4:55 left in the third. Breakers have the ball out of the timeout, and they'll go to Gunther at the free throw line. Gunther will dribble into the far side, and taking it out of Gunther's hands is Day. Day will push it up, crosses half court with 4:43 left in the third quarter. Kylie Esch will come up to meet her. Day will drive in. Free throw line. Shot, no good, but Kylie's going to be called for her second foul. And that puts Day at the free throw line, her first opportunity tonight. First one in the air, and it kind of just sticks in the corner of the hoop. Kelsey to come in, Kopang to have a seat for the Breakers. So the Esch sisters, Gunther, Clevenger, and Burke on the court for the Breakers. Here's the second one by Day. High floater off the front of the rim. Clevenger will chase it down, and she'll give it off to Burke on the far side. She'll cross half court, 4:30 left in the third quarter. Backs off, puts her heels on the half circle, now drives into the far side in front of the Breaker bench. Now across the far baseline, out to the top to Kelsey. Kelsey picked up very quickly by Day. Day right in her pocket, now swings it to Clevenger. Clevenger, she'll drive into the free throw line, now back to Kelsey. Kelsey drives in, tries to split the trees. Shot won't go, but she draws, nope, the offensive foul against Kelsey. So the Breakers will go into their press. Kelsey picks up her third. Coldwell will get it, and we've got a whistle, and Coldwell will travel after she receives the inbound pass. Kelsey at the top with it. We get a whistle, and this one's going to go against Kelsey. Nope, this one's going to go against Day. It'll be her first. So, Kylie to inbound. We'll go to Clevenger in the paint. She'll pivot left, right. Ball hangs on the rim. It won't go, and Coldwell will come down with it. Coldwell will push. Breakers have numbers. Coldwell stops, waits for Day. Day crosses half court with 3:50 left. Picks up the double team. Kelsey pushes her down the sideline. Burke with the steal and the kiss off the glass. And the Breakers extend their lead, 44-16. 3:40 left in the third. Coldwell will bring it up. She's got elbows and arms to keep Burke away. Picks up her dribble, swings it across court to Downey. Downey will drive in, high off the glass. It won't go, and into the hands of Kelsey Esch. She'll push. Numbers favor the Trojans. Crosses half court on the near side, now dribbles to the top, goes to Kylie on the far side. Kylie will feed it hide into Gunther. Can't handle the pass. She'll track it down on the far baseline and steps out of bounds as she tries to pivot. And Whitegrass will come in. Tessa Burke will have a seat. So we've got Gunther, the Esch sisters, Whitegrass, and Clevenger on the court for the Breakers. 3:15. Inbound to Coldwell in the far corner. She'll bring it up court. Kylie is there. Double team before she gets to the bubble. Dribbles through it. And on the floor fighting for it and coming up with it is Clevenger. Clevenger will hold. Finds Whitegrass on the near side. 3 minutes. Cross court. Kelsey. Jumper from the far baseline, and she'll put it in. Kelsey Esch for two. She has points in the paint in each one of the quarters to make it 46-16. Kelsey steps in for the charge, but she's going to be called for the defensive foul. And Kelsey will pick up her third. Gunther will have a seat. That'll bring in Denning. Rice will get the inbound. Pushes Clevenger over. She'll shoot the shot from the free throw line. Dribbling down the baseline. Coldwell can't handle the pass, out of bounds, and it will be breaker ball. Whitegrass with some good defense on Coldwell. Coldwell is the playmaker for these Lady Trojans, and the Breakers doing a good job of keeping her out of the game. Bounce pass entry, and it's picked off by Day. Day will bring it up, gives it off to Coldwell as she crosses half court in front of the scorer's table. Coldwell will go to the line. They're going to say it's on the floor, so no free throws. But Kelsey Esch will pick up her fourth foul, and that brings in Brooke Twite for the Breakers. Coach Walker has a word for Kelsey. She's got a big smile on her face, so it can't be too bad. 2:25 left in the third. Coldwell will shoot the jumper on the far side, off the rim, and Clevenger comes down with it. Clevenger will push, waiting for traffic. Now she's going to go ahead and go in. Met by Downey, comes near side to Twite. Twite will dribble out of the near corner, feeds it into Clevenger. She'll pivot around Rice. Shot high off the glass. Clevenger will poke at it. Whitegrass comes up with it. She'll come out to the top to Twite. Twite swings it to Clevenger. Free throw line. She'll drive in. Jumper. And it'll roll in. Sam Clevenger for two. She's got points in the paint in each quarter. Makes it 48-16. 1:50 left in the third quarter. Coldwell crosses half court. Stands in the bubble. Now dribbles in. Kylie is there. She'll dribble behind her back, steps back, long two-pointer off the back of the rim. Rebound, fighting for it is Denning, and they'll get it out to Coldwell. Coldwell fakes the pass. She'll drop the three. No good. Chasing it down, and it's in the hands of Day. Day will drop the three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Fighting for it. Rice has got it. She'll pivot right into Clevenger. Shot, no good, and it comes down in the hands of Twite. Twite gives it off to Kylie. Kylie stands at the bubble. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Kylie just dribbles across the top as the time ticks away. Now comes near side to Twite. Twite into the corner to near corner to Clevenger. Clevenger will dribble out of the near corner, hands on the near side, and then to Whitegrass at the top. Whitegrass will dribble into the near side to Clevenger in the near corner. Now out to the top to Twite. Twite will dribble in from the free throw line. Shot, air ball. Coldwell will come down with it. And she'll get fouled from behind. Nope, this one's going to go against the Trojans. Coldwell to have a seat. 52.2 left in the third. High pass, not controlled, out of bounds. And it will be breaker ball on the sideline. 50.7 left in the third quarter. 48-16 Breakers. In the hands of Twite. She'll pick it up, swings it to Esch on the far side in front of the bench. That is Kylie. Kylie will dribble to the top and just dribbles around. 37 seconds into the lane, over the top of Rice. Shot no good, rebounded by Clevenger. Swings it to Denning, she can't handle it, out of bounds, and will stay with the Breakers as it was off the hands of Day. .9. The Trojan coach not happy with the out of bounds call. Twite will inbound, and Coldwell, nope, Denning. Downing. And it's breaker ball in the near side corner, 28.9. Here's the pass to the top to Clevenger. Clevenger will dribble into the near side. She's got Kylie at the top. Kylie with it now. Swings it. Back to Kylie. Poked away. Chasing it down. And off the foot, out of bounds of a Trojan player. No, they're going to say it was off of a breaker. Looked like Day or Emily Ramirez, one of the two, had pushed it out, but it's going to be Trojan ball underneath the basket. Here it comes to Day on the inbound. They'll find Downey. She'll shoot the three from the near corner and drop it in there. Caitlin Downey makes it 48-16, and those are the first points of the third quarter for the Lady Trojans. Denning now, far corner. She'll come to Twite. 1 second. There's the buzzer to end the third quarter. Shot by Esch is no good, and the Breakers make it 48-19 at the end of the third quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Troy, Montana. The final frame between the Breakers and the Lady Trojans. Loyola leads 48-19 and has the ball. Starters are all back in for the Breakers. Burke, Kopang, Kylie Esch, Gunther, and Clevenger. Burke has it, cross court to Kopang. She'll drive the far baseline, runs into Rice, throws it at the hoop. Shot won't go. Coldwell, she'll run it down. Kopang is right behind her. She sees her, she stops, drops the three, and it'll slide in. Coldwell from long distance makes it 48-22, 7:35 left in the game. Kylie Esch in front of the Breaker bench. Thought about the very long three. Downey will take it out of Kopang's hands, and Downey will get the kiss off the glass and the points. Those are her first points in the paint. Makes it 48-24 Breakers. There's the shot by Gunther on the baseline. She'll get it to go in, and she's in the book with points to make it 50-24. 7:10 left in the game. Coldwell crosses half court, now stands in the bubble. Kopang is there, puts pressure on, goes to Downey on the far side, fed in, baseline, shot, no good, rebounded, forcing the shot back up, and Clevenger will be called for the foul. And that is Talmadge to go to the free throw line. First one for Talmadge, no good. And Day will have a seat. That'll bring in Emily Ramirez. Kopang goes to the bench. Second shot will go in for Talmadge. 25-50, Breakers. Kopang with the inbound, cross court. Clevenger, she is going to travel, or are they going to have the foul? Nope, she's going to go to the line. Looked like she slid that back foot, but the whistle is going to go against the Trojans. And that'll be number 24, Rice, picking up her fourth. Clevenger's first one slips in. Her first opportunity at the line today. Rice will have a seat. And that'll bring Grace Dolan back in for the Trojans. Here's the shot. That one will slip in. Clevenger 2 for 2 at the line. Makes it 25-52 Breakers. 6:45 left in the game. Coldwell crosses half court. Kopang right there. Bounce pass to Downey. She'll catch and shoot the three-pointer. Rims off high, and Clevenger will come down with it. Now pushing up court is Kopang. She'll drive in, baseline. We're going to get a whistle, and this is going to go against the Trojans. And Coldwell will pick up her third. That's 5 apiece for each team. Kopang to inbound, goes to Burke at the top. She'll drive in far side, jumps from the free throw line, and it pops in. Tessa Burke has one of the most pure shots you will ever see at the high school level. 54-25, 6:20 left in the game. Coldwell picks up her dribble at the top, comes to Downey at the near side. She'll dribble across the Trojan on the floor and goes into Coldwell. Kopang has her pocket picked by Coldwell and drawing the foul, and Clevenger, I believe, is going to pick up her third. As my pencil just broke. So Coldwell will go to the line. First one off the back of the rim. There we go. The backup pencil is out, folks. We're ready to go. Although the backup pencil isn't much better than the first one. Coldwell takes a deep breath at the line. She was 4 for 4 in the first half. Here's the second shot. Rim, glass, rim, and it falls in. 26-54, Breakers. 6:05 as Kopang crosses half court. Day will poke it away, saves it in, right into Gunther's hands, who hands it off to Kopang at half court. Swings it near side to Kylie. Kylie picks up her dribble, cross court, into Burke. Burke will shoot the three. Backspin, and it drops in, and that one came off her fingers, folks, on a line. And we've got a timeout called. So we'll step aside for 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Troy, Montana. Chris Stratton, Missoula Prep Sports Network. Coming out of the timeout, Trojans will have the ball. They are down 57-26 to the Breakers. Coldwell crosses half court on the bubble. She'll drive in on Kopang, steps back, and she'll drop it from the free throw line. Makes it 57-28, 5:35. Kopang will go to Kelsey Esch on the near side to Clevenger on the baseline. Clevenger on the near baseline tries to go to Gunther, but it's taken away by Ramirez. Ramirez hands it off to Coldwell. She'll streak up court. Breakers have the numbers. 5:20 left in the game. Coldwell wants a screen, doesn't use it, comes to the near side. Day with the catch and shoot on the three off the back of the rim, and Gunther will come down with the rebound, and we get a whistle underneath the basket. And this one's going to go against Downey. 6 apiece on... Nope, number 14. I thought they said 15, but it is Emily Ramirez that picks it up, not Downey. Kopang to bring it up court, left to right. Crosses half court on the bubble, 5:10 left in the game. Kelsey has it now. picks up her dribble, now to Clevenger in the near corner, to the top to Kylie. Hands it off to Kelsey, to Burke, and it's taken away by Downey. Downey's forced in the corner, double team, throws it high. We get a whistle and a timeout called. We'll step aside for 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network with the Breakers leading 57-28. Welcome back to the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Loyola basketball. The Breakers lead the Trojans 57-28 coming out of the timeout. 4:50 left in the game. Coldwell has it for the Trojans. She'll dribble between her legs. Kelsey Esch comes to pick her up. 2-3 zone played by the Breakers. Now fed in the hands of Dolan. She'll pivot to Downey. Downey will feed it into Rice. Rice can't handle it. Pokes it back to Downey. And now to Day. Day will give it off to Coldwell at the top. 4:30 left in the game. Coldwell. She'll dribble in front of the scorer's table, picks up her dribble. Clevenger there to poke it away. Rice can't handle it, and it's out of bounds off of Rice. Breaker ball. 4:24 left in the game. 57-28. Breakers held the Trojans to 3 points in the third quarter, 4 points in the second quarter, while they put up 17 and 14 respectively to the Trojans. Kelsey with it. Comes to the near side. Fed in. Kylie. Kelsey now swings it. Kopang sets her feet. 3-point. No. Goes to Kelsey. Kelsey will take the three. High archer off the front of the rim, and Kylie comes in to save it on the rebound. Kopang finds Gunther. Free throw line. She turns. Rattles off the backboard, and it goes in. Gunther's got 4 on the quarter. 59-28. Breakers fed in to Dolan. She'll turn and pushes Gunther to the floor. And they're going to call Gunther for the foul. And that will put Dolan at the line to shoot 2. First one off the rim. The glass hangs on the rim and doesn't go in. Gunther's going to have a seat, as well as Kylie Esch. That'll bring in Denning and Whitegrass. Here's the second one for Dolan. High, and Kelsey Esch will sky in for it. Gives it off to Kopang. Kopang will bring it up court. Takes her time. Crosses half court on the bubble with 3:30 left in the game. Dribbles into the near side. Backs off. Now to Kelsey. Kelsey crosses over. Feeds it in. High pass. It's taken out of the air by Dolan. Dolan will give it up to Coldwell. Coldwell will push. Breakers have numbers. Coldwell in front of the Trojan bench. Now the top. Downey. She will set her feet. Air ball. 3-pointer. No good. Turning and pivoting is Dolan. Shot no good. We get a whistle. And this one's going to go against Rice. That should be Rice's last one. And it is. She will foul out with 3:09 left in the game. Kelsey Esch will go to the line. First one on the 1-and-1 is in the air, and she'll put it in. And we've got rotations here, as we've got a number 4 for the Breakers. I don't have that on my sheet here. See if we've got that at the JV level. No, number 4 at the JV level. And the second one will go in for Kelsey. And Brooke Twite comes in as well. 3 minutes left in the game. 61-28. Breakers. Dolan has it. Whitegrass is there. Kelsey with hands. Coldwell, the pass over her head. Out of bounds. It'll be breaker ball underneath their own basket with 2:52 left in the game. Whitegrass to inbound underneath her own basket. Movement. Goes high to the top to Twite. Day picks her up. Twite will dribble. Comes near side to number 4. I apologize, folks, but I don't have a number 4 on my sheet. So Kelsey Esch will dribble the baseline. Swings it out to Twite at the top to number 4. Number 4 will dribble from the near side. Bounce pass into Denning. Kelsey Esch will shoot the 3, and it'll be blocked by Downing. Coldwell brings it up. 2:25 left in the game. She stops at the top, comes near side. Downing now sets her feet. Three-pointer off the glass, no good. And skying for it are the Breakers. Coming down is Dolan. Dolan gets it out to Coldwell. She'll shoot the 3 from way outside. It won't go. And rebounded by Day. She'll shoot the jumper on the baseline. Can't get that one to go. Dolan underneath the basket, and Denning will foul her. Laney Denning picking up her first. And we've got a timeout on the court. So we'll step aside for 30 seconds on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Troy, Montana. 2:07 left in the game. Breakers lead 61-28. At the line for the Trojans is Caitlin Talmadge. First one won't go. She sets for her second. It's in the air. Off the back of the rim, no good. Skying for it are the Breakers, but it's rebounded and in the hands of Talmadge. It's poked away by Kelsey. Twite is locked up. We get a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Trojans. Trojans will inbound. Underneath their own basket. They'll go to Talmadge, far side. Gives it off to Coldwell at the top. 1:55 left in the game. Coldwell picks up her dribble, fed underneath the Dolan. She'll pivot around Denning. Can't get it. Shot in the air, blocked, and this one's going to be brought down by Denning. Gets it out to Kelsey. Kelsey pushes on the far side. 1:40 left. She'll stop. Now comes near side in the hands of number 4. Number 4 swings it to Twite. Twite now cross court. Can't handle the pass, and it comes up in the hands of Coldwell. 90 seconds left. Coldwell will push. 61-28 Breakers. 1:25. Coldwell comes near side to Day. Day dribbles across, free throw line. She's going to pop it up in the air, off the back of the rim, no good, and 4 will come down with a rebound. Day is right there, gives it off to Twite. Twite settles, and now Twite will bring it up. Crosses half court with 1:08 left in the game. Twite at the top, swings it to Kelsey on the far side. Kelsey will pop the 3, off the rim, no good. Denning with the rebound, back out to Kelsey. Twite now at the top. Twite will drive in, pivots around, Euro step, and Coldwell will block it, but Twite comes down with it. Twite works it across. Whitegrass tries to save it, but she stepped on the line, and it will be Troy ball with 48.7 seconds left in the game. Ball brought up court, crossing half court is Coldwell. The clock is off. Now the clock runs. In underneath the basket, no good, and Whitegrass will come up with it. Twite will push. 40 seconds left. There's actually about 30 seconds as the clock didn't run for the first 15. Turning is Whitegrass. She'll run into a wall, and they say she travels. She's got a big smile on her face. She knows it. 31.7 left. 61-28. Coldwell will bring it up. She'll cross half court with 25 seconds left in the game. Stops at the top. Kelsey Esch is there. Bounce pass to Downey. Number 4 on Downey. She'll poke it away. Controlling it is Talmadge. Talmadge can't handle her pass. Denning pokes at it, and Whitegrass will come up with it. Whitegrass will push with Day in her face. Up court to Denning. Denning swings it to Twite on the near side. 8 seconds. Twite to Kelsey. Kelsey cross court to number 4. Number 4 to Denning. 2 seconds. 1 second. game, folks, and the Breakers get a big win, 61-28 over the Trojans. We want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening in on our coverage of Breaker and Ram basketball. Back in action with the Rams